forget. Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London.
I don't want to go there.
At Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget.
This indeed is very crazy.
Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Anything of importance? There used to be a tinderbox here, but now there isn't. And that's to be expected. Oh, it's falling in. Oh no, that's not good. It's not that. A little spooky jump scare. Hello, door. Yes, please. Alright. Spooky, so spooky. That's actually kind of funny, the way I'm walking right now. Okay. Door opens. Yep. Tinderbox in here. So that's fun. Yep, and now get out of there. And close that. There's no tinderbox in there, so let's just go. We head into old archives. So that's it. Still weird, those little books. Still haven't figured out what they are there for. Where you get that thing. Little windy. Just a little windy. Just getting into here. Any tender boxes. Just for so I can see. Nope, not in there either.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brennenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to
Coming
fight
back
that.
to this, it makes sense.
You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him.
Your former self.
Your former self,
Daniel.
Daniel.
Alright. Down here. And we get this flashback.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have.
Nope,
Is it
and I
connected to
cannot
the-
go there.
What did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Stand near this for a moment.
There should be more cooperate. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. That creeped me out. That really creeped me out. Those footsteps to my right. Anyway, I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint. Where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. It's my third attempt to produce artificial vitae, I think. The former compounds lacked the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis. I hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly as it proves impractical to put to any use except for a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. The lack of chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. So okay, I completely missed that. I'm an idiot. I should be reading these more carefully. Absolutely nothing. Let's go back up here. Get away! Don't you touch her. But there's no enemy here, right? Yes, I could have sworn I just heard them.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought, and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Behind there. Oh, but there's a piece of paper here. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. The contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctuary of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. Yes. Alright, yeah, I can hear you giving us a lot of these.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
It's just when he finds the orb, I believe. Yeah, no, you're out there. I don't think there's anything there. Hi. That still scares me a little, to be honest. Like, I know he's not in here. Well, he is, but he's also not. Yes, please.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
And that spooked so much, I fell to the ground.
1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember
know the drill.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
We go over into here. We grab that. Just when he leaves. Link. There he goes. The light bolt for it.